Alright, welcome back guys. In this video, I will show you how to retouch and smoothen an image inside Photoshop step by step. Let's get started. Alright, as you can see, the image looks too desaturated. If you have your image open up, go to the layers panel and make a copy of it by pressing Ctrl+J. Let's hide the background layer and add one more copy. Now take some time to rename them appropriately. Then with the top image here selected, let us invert it by pressing Ctrl+I. Then let us change its blend mode from normal to vivid light. And then let's right click and convert it to a smart object. The reason we are converting it to a smart object is because we will be able to add smart filters. So right now we are going to apply two filters. Let's go to filter, and the first one we apply will be the high pass filter. Now to determine the radius value here, that will solely be determined by how your image looks. If you take the radius value down to 0, it will be as if nothing has been applied. So gradually take it up to find a good spot where it blurs out all the details. I think in this particular image I'm going to take it up to 20. Now let's go again to filter and add a Gaussian blur. Let's also adjust the radius. Now select the top layer, hold the Alt key and click on the camera icon to add an inverted mask. Since the mask is black, it means it hides every detail we have created. Now switch to the normal brush tool and choose a soft round brush. On the options bar, you can adjust the opacity of the brush and adjust the flow. Let's leave the opacity to 100% and reduce the flow down to like 73%. Now gradually begin to paint on the image to fix it. After completing this process, let's put the two layers inside one group. Now let's see the before and after. So I'll enable the background and then disable this layer. As you can see, this is how she looked from the beginning, and after the retouching, this is how she looks right now. Now let's add one stand visible layer of everything we see on the screen because we don't want to interfere with the retouching group. Press Ctrl Alt Shift and E, that's Command Option Shift E on the Mac. This is going to add a copy of everything we have visible on the screen onto one new layer. Now let's hide the retouching group. Let us again right click here and convert the layer into a smart object layer. Then let's go to filter and then let's choose sharpen and let's add smart sharpen. This is going to make the image sharper. Now I'll leave the amount to 303%, but I'll increase the radius and then just click OK. Now the reason why I duplicated this layer was because you cannot apply smart sharpen on stacked layers, so you have to create a stand visible layer before you apply smart sharpen to it. That is why we are able to have this effect here on the screen. But still yet, I think that the smart sharpen is too much, as I only wanted to sharpen certain portions of the image. And that is very important because as we converted the layer into a smart object layer, the smart sharpen came in as a smart filter with a mask. This mask is going to be very helpful. You notice that although the brush tool cannot work on a normal smart object layer, once you have the mask selected, you can be able to use the brush tool. So with this mask selected, let us invert it by pressing Ctrl+I. As you can see, the image appears blurry, but what that will allow us to do is that we can then use the brush tool and make sure the foreground color is set to white, and then with a soft round brush, we can just selectively paint on the portions we need them to be sharpened, as you can see. So I intend to see some sharpness around here. I can reduce the opacity of the brush and just paint on the image and add the sharpness to the portions I want. I really wanted the viewers to focus on the eyes, which is why you see me spending some time to sharpen the eyes. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to increase the saturation of the whole image. So I will select the topmost layer, which is a stand visible layer. By the way, let's rename it to color. And then I'll drop down here and choose hue saturation. I'll just increase the saturation value up to maybe 35. As you can see, that added this boost in colors here. Now I'm going to put these two layers inside one group and then add one final layer on top here. I'll press Ctrl Alt Shift and E again. That sends everything we have on top here, so let me hide this group. And on this group, what I intend to do is to add some lipstick here. So I'll grab the lasso tool, then increase the feather radius, and then I'll just select the lower lips. Now that we have this active selection, any adjustment layer we add will come with this selection as a mask. So let's go here and then choose hue saturation. I'll start by increasing the saturation of that particular portion, just like so. Then I'll just play with the hue slider. Now if you feel like this is too much, you can always take the opacity of the whole layer down. So I'll reduce it even further, just to add this hue to the lips. As you can see, this is the before and this is the after. It makes a difference. Now I'll put these two layers inside one group and call it final. Now let's enable the original background and let's see the before and after. So this is how the image looked from the beginning, and with all the retouching and adjustments we have made, this is how the image looks right now. It makes a lot of sense and it looks good. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. If you got value out of this video, kindly support our channel by subscribing and hitting the like button. I'm going to see you in the next one tomorrow. Good luck.